Hello everyone. Good morning to all of you. In today's class, we will learn about the topic interpreting test scores, and also we will learn about one of its basic way, norm referenced interpretation. Now the first question is, what does it mean by interpreting the test scores or interpretation of the test results? Interpretation of the test results mean to provide meaning to the test results. In psychological and educational assessment, we construct and standardize the test. We also sometimes we construct any other achievement assessment tool. After the construction, we administer the test on a group of individuals, on a group of students, and get the raw scores. These raw scores are the number of points gained by the students in that particular test. These raw scores are not very meaningful without the further information. That is why we interpret the test scores, means we provide the meaning to the scores. It can be done in two basic ways. Number one is norm reference interpretation, and number two is criterion reference interpretation. Now come to the norm reference interpretation. Here you can see the first point. When an achievement assessment is used to provide an individual's relative standing, individual's relative position in some known group. For example, when we say that Ramesh has obtained third highest marks in Hindi language or in mathematics subject in class of 35 students. This is norm reference interpretation. Relative position, relative standing means how Ramesh is doing, how an individual is doing in mathematics or in any other subject comparing to others, comparing to other individuals in the group. Third point is we provide meaning to test scores by converting it into some type of derived score. According to Gronlund and Lin, 1990, norm reference interpretation is that we provide meaning to the test score by converting it into some type of derived score. Now, what does it mean by derived score? Derived scores, the interpretation and comparisons made with standardized tests or any published test require that the raw scores be converted to some type of derived score. Also, publishers, when you will use any published test, publishers provide the table of derived scores and table of norms. These derived scores can be scaled scores, grade equivalents, percentile ranks, normal curve equivalents, and Stenine score. The one of the example has been given in this screenshot. This screenshot has been taken from the manual of a published science achievement test constructed by H. Srivastava and K.S. Mishra. In this, you can see the Z-score norms has been calculated. The Z-score is a type of derived score. We can change the raw score into any other type of derived score. For example, we can also change the raw score into percentile ranks. Sometimes we can use T-scores, Stenine scores, and if we are using the developmental score, we can also establish grade equivalent norms. So here in this example, you can see the raw scores has been converted to Z score. By converting the raw scores into derived scores, we bring it on a common scale. Then it becomes easier to compare the performance of the individual between two different subjects. Here are two or more types of advantage which we can get when we convert the raw scores into derived score. So we can also compare the one individual performance between two subjects. For example, we can compare same student's performance in mathematics and reading and find out in which one of the above subjects she is doing better. By converting the raw score into Z score, we bring it in on the common scale so that we can get the idea of how the student is doing in different subjects. And also we can make the comparative decisions of two or more students' performance. Even we can also collect the data at the larger level and we can do the district level performance comparison, state level comparisons, and national level comparisons. So for that, we need to establish the norm based on a district level group, based on a state level group, or a national level group, which is representative to the national level population or the state level population or district level population. This table, table number 5, norms for interpretation of level of achievement in science. After converting it into the derived score, we can also find out the level of achievement in different subjects. What is the level of the achievement? Is it high level or low level or is it average? So we also divided it into the range. You can see here that the range has been given here. Plus 2.01 and above will come in the extremely high. So the student has scored above plus 2.01. That student's level achievement will be extremely high. Or if the student is gaining 0.50 plus 0.50 to minus 5.50, it will come under the average level of the achievement. So, establishment of norms are important. We convert the raw scores into the derived score, and we can make the norm referenced interpretation. Now, nature of norm reference test. We can interpret any test scores into norm reference ways or criterion referenced ways, but it will be better if we design a test specifically for the norm reference interpretation. It will be more meaning and useful if we specifically design the test for norm reference interpretation and it will be a norm reference test. Um, when we plan norm reference test, following are the points we need to keep in mind. Number one, table of specification. At the time of planning of the test, we prepare table of specification. This table of specification is a two-way table that relates instructional objective with the instructional content, the content which we have chosen for test. Calculation of difficulty value and discrimination index. In norm reference test for the selection of the items, we calculate difficulty value and discrimination index. And in criterion reference test for the selection of the items, we have some other ways. We calculate some other measures for the selection of item, but here in norm reference test, we calculate difficulty value and discrimination index. According to Evil and Frisky, 1991, the norm reference test neither should be too difficult nor should be too easy so that it can better serve its purpose. That is why we calculate the discrimination index and difficulty value. If the test will be too difficult, then it will not be able to discriminate between the more knowledgeable and less knowledgeable students in that particular area. And if it will be too easy, then also it will not be helpful to serve this purpose. Here I am using the term more knowledgeable and less knowledgeable students in that particular area. So it is clear that we are not discriminating the students into good and bad students, we are discriminating the students in more knowledgeable and less knowledgeable in a particular content area. Uh, now, I have taken some lines from Ebel and Friske. Um, the ability of a norm reference test to discriminate between high and low achieving students is a function of the ability of each item to do just that. If a large proportion of the more knowledgeable students get an item right and a small proportion of less knowledgeable students get it right, that item has discriminated properly and has contributed to the test purpose. The purpose of the test is to compare, to get a comparative account of the performance of the students. So, if it will discriminate better, then it will better serve its purpose. Uses of norm reference interpretation. In guidance and counseling decisions, we use norm reference interpretations. In placement decisions, based on the knowledge of the students who is more knowledgeable in that particular area, according to their knowledge in different fields, in different subjects, in different area, we take placement decisions of the students. Public policy decisions based on the comparative view of how well a student is, how well a school is doing. Even we can take the public policy decisions at district level, at state level, and at the national level. Which district is doing well? These type of decisions, or which school is doing well? These type of decisions we can take based on the norm reference interpretation, so that we can allocate the resources sometimes based on norm reference interpretations, decisions we take, and we can allocate the resources based on the performance of the students of that particular district, of that particular state level. So it is also very helpful in making the public policy decisions. These were the uses, and here are the references. Thank you so much.